Alright, so here comes another Resleriana stream. This is Timboy, and yep, I have already like one chapter left to clear this. But because I have the premonition, I predicted that this game will change the status quo until next year, which will be late January to March. So I decided to I decided to not clear story chapter 21 ahead of time because for me, I think it would be best if I have to experience the entire chapter myself or experience the chapter on stream. And for those who are wondering why there are black borders, is because I'm actually streaming this with my 16 by 10 monitor, but it is scaled at 1080p because my because I don't think my phone can handle 1440p. So yeah, or the screen copy that I'm using does not support 1440p capture window, so it stayed at around 2400 by 1080. So it should fit well, at least for the current stream settings and the Japanese version. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the stream title. So, what I will be covering this time, well, it's not just live Legend Fest breakdown on Schea in the Japanese version. They named her as Schea with an E, Schea, but also I forgot to cover, Dark Warrior Valeria, but I do have her anyway, so that's fine by me. And I also have to check on Criselda, which I'm not sure which to pick now that I have Violent Beauty Maddie. If you check out the characters, I'll show you the characters list at the moment before I go for the live Legend Fest breakdown. So, let me check with the battery. 76! I still have time. So, over here, I got Violent Beauty Maddie. And sadly, while I do have her, I don't have Schea or Criselda, which Maddie could be useful because this Maddie variant could be useful because of her skill set focusing on increased magical attack, increased bulk damage or magical damage if enemies' shields are broken. Yeah, even XP is expecting an onset episode. Anyway, so I'm still staying at chapter 21 for a reason, because the status quo that brought up after the completion of chapter 21. Chapter 21 Valeria will have significant changes to the game, so I decided not to cover this I decided not to clear this ahead of time. It's best I'll experience this myself. Anyway, so let's go for one late backlog. And I did redeem my New Year's special gacha. So good news, if you have unspent load star gems, you can wish 10 for free on step 1. And then you can have another wish on step 2. You can repeat this until let me check the gacha period for this one. I think it should be until January 1, New Year's basically. The last redemption for this New Year's special banner will be on December 31 lunchtime. Then by the time we got the January 1 lunchtime, then we'll be getting another wave of the special gacha, which I did see the upcoming announcement. I thought it was going to be New Year's Saskia, so well, it's up to me. I'm not sure if I'll be saving up for Schea, Criselda, or Saskia. I'll have to do this in chronological order though. So here's Criselda, the ambitious alchemist. There's only one character available alongside one Memoria. This is pretty easy. So I will go first on how many batters I have to check on first. So anyway, we'll start with Dark Warrior Valeria, Ambitious Alchemist Criselda, and last but not least, Schea, the latest character. Now, Valeria's Dark Warrior, I did have her, but I didn't use her yet. So, well, Valeria is more or less still going to be an attacker, but the issue is that she does have high defense stats for a supporter for a supporter class with 261. Skill 1, 57% damage, 6% break, 100 ticks of weight. She will heal all allies HP by 5%, and all members will get magical attack up by 15% with a maximum cap of 30%. Skill 2, 241% damage, 30% break, 200 ticks of weight. After attacking, all members that are air attribute will increase critical rate up by 50% and critical damage up by 40% for one turn. Until that, so by the second turn, this stat increase will be expired. So if you notice at skill 1 and skill 2, these are Valeria's skill set. This is actually a single attack. So do note if you're expecting Valeria to be more or less very good at air supporters, especially for critical air attackers. However, on manual teams, you can utilize this one. This works until the end of the battle, so you can stack this first. If you're running Dark Warrior Valeria manually, then by the third turn, then you can allow your allies to start stacking up critical damage or critical rate. So the choice is yours if you want to go on autoplay or manual, but I prefer going on manual this time because not only she will heal, but also increase magical stack. Now this one, her burst this time is 525% damage, 93% break, 200 ticks of weight, single target. So single target air support attacker, just half attacker, half supporter, because all members will get magical F. So after using her burst skill, all members will get air skill damage up by 50% with maximum increase of 100%. And the next user after using her skill, after using her burst skill, the one with the highest magical attack will be giving critical rate up by 100%. Now it does have a restriction, so it does have a restriction. It is less than 2. It does have like Kegado San Boca. Okay, so I guess additional effects. You can use the critical rate as well as having will be having an additional effects for 2 turns. So what Valeria will give to the user with the highest magical attack will be critical damage up by 100%. If the user's critical rate is 100% or above, while attacking, critical up will be up by 100%, and critical damage will be up. So, what is this? Is actually critical overflow. So the user with the highest magical attack, if the user with the highest magical attack does have increased critical rate, after Valeria uses her burst skill, the user with the highest magical attack not only increases the guaranteed critical rate up to 100%, in excess of 100% of critical rate will be converted into critical damage. So if you have Stormy Smite, Isana, Swimsuit Valeria, you might know this kind of effect. So there is a cap, however, if you have 300% critical rate after Valeria's burst skill is applied. You can only apply up to 200% critical damage buff increase. So you can buff this if you have an air critical attacker. And I think this Valeria is very useful if you particularly have a group or single target attacker that will be able to utilize critical rate, but also yeah, if you want critical overflow but on a non-attacker, this Valeria will work. Kaze ni notte gangan ikoiwayo. Now all air characters will get skill damage up by 40%. And Omoikiri Tatakao Tabiri. After using a skill, all air members will have this effect. At the start of their turn, increase HP recovery up by 3% for 2 turns. So at the start of the turn, they will recover their HP by 3% once Valeria uses her skill. Pretty good supporter, actually. Pretty good supporter, especially while Valeria is more focused on buffing air damage, and also allows her to use critical overflow for the next magical attacker. I do say this is this one can work on any element, not just air. It's just more preferable on air because if you have air element with damage buff, then I think this Valeria will be useful. In fact, now for leader skill, Lantarna members will get all stats up by 30%. So if you check on the stats, Lantarna, friends and family, at this point, you gotta be Oshin the entire Resleriana team because you can do any combination you want. Academy, I mean especially Academy Resna, for goodness sake. Or if you want regular Heidi, both of them are air attackers. Friends and family, which is pretty obvious. Subora, whimsical, and my base laid back. Gift colors this time are yellow to blue. Valeria has wind curse, air curse, air resistance down by 1 to 10% for one attack. Kaisin, this one increases. Mighty Blessing increases critical rate up by 1 to 8%, and skill 2 skill power boost. Increase skill power by 3 to 30% for that skill 2. Very useful? Yes, if you're focusing on critical overflow, and if you have an air attacker that increases critical rate or critical damage, this Valeria is good for you. I'd say it's an above average supporter. Now she does have this one, Yamini Uchi. That's Shikara, illustrated by Toki, by the way. Defense up by 23.75, attack stats up by 13.75, and HP up by 11.25, and speed up by 11.75. This one is useful for Valeria or any useful for any air attacker or particularly Valeria. Anyone that has air element wearing this Memoria, when attacking an enemy, targets will receive increased critical damage up by up to 36% for one attack. So the next attack, the enemy will likely be smorgasbord out of here. If you're lucky enough to get this ranked up by rank 5. Luckily, there is a way to increase that because there will be there are now more chances to exchange for either 2-star or 3-star S or double S-star Memoria. I will show that in the shop later. So that's all for Valeria's Dark Warrior variant. Now, much as I like to get her in the global version, I do not have any particular air attacker that I could use for Valeria, for me to utilize Dark Warrior Valeria. But at least the costume is beautiful. It was teased anyway in the ending of chapter 18. I mean, it's already max volume. Alright! So, teaming up is Academy, Resna, and Ryza, obviously. Also, I will have to up and up the graphics. Not sure if I can check the live chat. Not sure if it's working. Go ahead and chat if you like. So, currently I have frame rate 30, high res, FSR. I will have to turn off FSR, by the way, and then anti-aliasing off. I think 3D scale, right about slightly higher. There, it should be enough. I prefer to test if my phone can do this at native resolution. Take this to the bird. Look at our shields, already charged up. It's actually a glaive coming from the Awakened Past variant. Oh no! I already have my cooling fan on. Well, that's Dark Punishment. What? You're still up? How dare you? You know what? I'll just let what I'll play does. Chance! Critical hit? Alright, let's check on Valeria's skill 2. Now there's a fireball, throw it to the goal for the enemy, and swing slash with her arm sword. Hand swords. Yep. Let's see the effects. Now, because Valeria uses her skill, you can check that regen is on, so at the start of the turn, the HP will be recovered by 30%. And you can check there's air damage up. Air skill damage up by 50 with up to 100. So Valeria needs to use her burst twice to fully utilize that burst skill. However, fortunately, there is temporary critical damage and critical rate. I think Resna can just finish the battle instead. Well, at least Valeria's mind is already freed from control. You'll see why in chapter 20, which unfortunately I haven't covered it yet. Next one. Not this one. Next one, chapter 21, second half. Criselda, ambitious alchemist, and alongside her Valeria. Now, ambitious alchemist Criselda has a tactical force break when I checked that last time. So, ambitious alchemist Criselda's highest stat goes to the magical attack, as she is she's role-playing as the Bolt Breaker. So, this one, single target, 77% damage, 20% break, 100 ticks of weight. After attacking, Criselda will recover item gauge by 50%, as well as increase her own break damage by 20% with a maximum of 40%. You can use skill 1 twice on her, and then you can use that permanent stat until the end of battle kind of effect to skill 2 or burst skill. Skill 2. Single target, 287, 323 break damage with 200 ticks of weight. If she is targeting enemies weak against Bolt, she will increase break damage by 50%, totaling that to 373% if targeting that element. Before attacking, targets will receive Bolt resistance down by 25% for 2 attacks, and after attacking, Criselda will also add that target's magical damage received up by 40% for 1 attack. This is useful because the follow-up attacker will be able to utilize both effects, Bolt resistance down and magical damage received. However, do note that Criselda is better at clearing enemies against Bolt, so yeah, pretty favorable. Especially we got the next banner that I will have to cover next, which is one and only Schea and Violet Beauty Mari, which I already discussed that back in May. So well, burst skill is 525%, 625% break, 206 of weight. So Criselda focuses primarily on breaking 1 enemy shield. So when attacking weak enemies against Bolt, break damage is up by 50%, same as skill 2, but look at this, it's up to 675 break damage. Do note of this. It does 3 effects, by the way. Before she uses her burst skill, targets will receive Bolt resistance down by 35% for 3 attacks. This is longer than her skill 2. After attacking, targets will increase Bolt damage received by 75% with a maximum cap of 150%. And if the target breaks, however, or the target is broken, all members will get increased effects received from boost panels by 50%. It does not stack. So what this does is 3 effects, and Criselda is like an overall it's likely going to compete with Twilight Order Logi. However, Criselda focuses on single attack. There is a chance Logi will focus that on all targets as well as Lily. Don't forget, there's also swimsuit Resna, which also breaks targets on multiple targets. Criselda, on the other hand, focuses on one target, meaning bosses, mini bosses, significant bosses that have high break counts will be able to feel the wrath of her ambitious alchemists. Now, I say this because this is pretty useful on bolt floors or story chapters that rely on breaking opponents weak against lightning and also high break damage count, or on bolt floors. Criselda is going to be that one true bolt breaker that you're gonna need, especially for bolt attackers that will take advantage on these situations where they needed bolt resistance down and increase bolt damage up. However, unlike skill 2, which increases damage received for magical attacks, this is more preferable on bolts, so do note the element differences. This one, Sabiantir or Fulvercusta. Okay, if using skill 1 or skill 2, if the target shields are broken, all members receive as long as it's not a burst panel, will be getting the force break panel. Now it will be free space if they're not landing on a panel. I think this is pretty unique because this one allows any breaker to just break shields. Now, if you're using skill 1 or skill 2, yeah, we'll prefer to these. I thought this was going to be useful when using an item, but nope, it turns out this will work. If Criselda is the one that will be using the force break panel, then her next turn, then she will summon a burst skill pack. Oh my gosh. Now, if Criselda is the one using force break panel, she will instead be using burst skill instead. So do note if you're going to use Criselda and she lands on a force break panel, other allies will still use the force break panel instead. Now, let's start liberating Kaiho Hajime Basho when using an oh, this one's different actually. It's actually a different panel. Sorry. It's actually a different one. This is the Liberator panel. So, not sure what it does. I'll have to check this in trial battles. Sorry guys. Sorry for misinterpretation. I'll have to get this better in the global version. During your party, if anyone uses a battle item, you can use at least one to use that item charge. She will grant force break for one time. You can only do this up to 3 times per battle, so take note if you want Criselda to break enemy shields fast, or tactically if you want to. This leader skill, both characters will be getting when targets got broke. When a target's shields are broken, skill damage up by 100%. So both characters can take advantage of this one, especially bolt breakers. Criselda, Logi, and swimsuit Resna and Lily. She is part of Lantarna, obviously. Water Knight Alchemist, Cooking, and last but not least, Sewayaki caretakers. Oh yeah, obviously she is also part of the tag. Purple to yellow, and she has Bolt Curse, decrease bolt resistance down by 1 to 10%. Mighty Blessing increases critical rate up by 1 to 8%, and Magic Break damage boost by 2 to 20% for magic break damage. So yeah, I think I could recommend using Criselda, especially if you want to use an item where if you're very tactical about using Force Break, Criselda will be your go-to breaker. She does have bolt resistance down for resistance for bolt attackers and such, and she can also increase the panel. She can also increase effects received from boost panels. So if you want to see through chapter 20, no questions asked, I think she might be useful for it. And also, I think it's above average for Bolt Breaker. Now, likely on a competitive level with Twilight Order Logi, but Criselda focuses on solo one single target attack, while Logi can do both single target and multi-target. So, make of that if you're forming a Bolt team. So now alongside her character appearance, she also has this. Illustrated by Noko. Magical attack is the highest rate, by the way, with 31.25. When using both characters and attacking weak enemies, break damage up. So this is useful for Logi, Swimsuit, Resna, and Lily. Criselda more particular because bolt resistance down. When attacking enemies weak against bolt, this memorial will increase break damage up to 65%. So do note of the limit break up to rank 5. So yeah, best bolt breaker. I wanted to get her. I already have Twilight Order Logi. Although she will be only available until January 2, so make sure you plan your New Year's polls if you want to get this frickin' liberated. Now, finally, last but not least, frickin' let me see, Hajimari no Kizuna, third and final character that I haven't covered yet. Oh yeah, I still have to do trial battle. Dang it! I forgot to do trial battle, and I already traveled. Hold on. There. I was going to show Schea, but I forgot to do trial battle on Criselda. I'll give you Ventobox! Come on, you can't distract Valeria with this one. Okay, so what does the Liberator panel do? Okay, so this is the panel that characters will be able to use. Increase break damage, but for Criselda, she will use burst skill instead. Alright, so I guess Sophie will use her skill too then, according to autoplay. Of course, unfortunately, we're dealing with 2 heavy armor knights, so it's time to show how ambitious her burst skill is. Now this is quite different from her non-playable counterpart in chapter 16, but my god, 3 elements, yet she's using one particular element to just beat down, well, I guess kick ass with that heavy armor knight. Really? A meteor smash? Wow. Wow. Why did the non-playable Criselda do this? Anyway, Seal 2. This is already critical at this point. So, good thing for Criselda's buff, you can tell that I think she already gave Valeria the guaranteed critical hit to the highest attacker. So in this case, if you were to look at the magical stat, Valeria was supposed to be the one with the highest magical attack, so therefore Criselda has this. Criselda give this to Valeria. Now, as for skill 2, look at this! She can summon these books! Let's see what these books do. Depending on skill 1 or skill 2, she will summon these books panel. Oh yeah. If she's going to use a battle item, I don't think we can get access. Unfortunately, this trial battle does not let us access battle items, so I cannot check out Criselda's Force Break, but you can expect her to be this powerful. It's just tactical to use. Now because Sophie received that liberator panel, she did get an increased skill power up to 60%, and because of the effects received up, that doubles it. It already doubles it to 60%. So that would make it from 40%. It has been increased to 60%. Now for Valeria. Okay, I'll be right back.
Shopee, nasa baba na.
Just finish the battle already. Here's Criselda's victory animation. I'm gonna have to finish this before I get steamed off because of that Shopee order. I haven't even started covering Star Chapter. Thank goodness! Hajimari no Kizuna. Oh my god, I'm exhausted at this point. So yeah, Schea has one new character and the Memoria itself. Now I won't be recapping Violet Beauty Maddie's. You can check that out in the Japanese version live stream, or with the accompanying Legend Fest breakdown on Violet Beauty Maddie in the global version. So, finally, Bolt supporter Schea, Maddie's childhood friend, by the way, and called herself one and only Bolt supporter with 905 magical defense and 926 magical attack. Okay, Hanabira. This is not attacking, but it does target an enemy this time for 100 ticks of weight. First off, that target that she will use will clear out all negative effects. That doesn't count status effects, and increase critical damage by 25% for 2 turns. Schea's other skill is this one, recovery 120% with 200 ticks of weight. At the start of after recovering all targets at the start of the turn, one of the allies will recover HP by 5% for 1 turn, and also increase skill damage by 35% for 1 turn. This actually happens after she uses her skill on all allies. Now I'd say this one works partially like original Liddy, because Liddy also does this via regen on either skill 1 or skill 2. Schea, on the other hand, only works for 1 turn, and it works slightly better than Lady does, because all targets will be able to get skill damage up after she uses her skill, and then on their next turn, they'll be able to take advantage of Schea's skill 2. As for her burst, however, this is the only way where Schea can actually attack an enemy. So this targets one enemy 525% damage, 93% break, wait time of 200 ticks. After attacking, the next by the time she uses her skill, the next ally after she uses her skill will be granted effects. Strengthening effects receive up by 50% for 2 turns, and not only that, if the next and all Bolt members will increase critical damage up by 50% with a maximum cap of 150%. She will need to take advantage of this one by cleaning up enemies 3 times, and that's where I think it'd be best if you have a support character or a character that can summon burst panels. If you're lucky enough, you can let Schea spam her burst skill 3 times. Although you have to take advantage of this one if you're particularly working on a Bolt team. Now, I think this could work for Violet Beauty Maddie, although there's likely going to be a chance though. But she can take advantage of the critical damage up and skill damage up by 35. I'd say it's an average supporter, unfortunately, even for Maddie's childhood friend. I'm sorry. Now, for her abilities this time, all members will be able to receive boosting effects from battle items up by 50%. So, 1.5 times better than receiving effects from battle items. Now, for all Bolt characters, critical damage, and break damage will be up to 40%. That is her second ability. Her leader skill, however, is also Jinojigane, as caretakers will get interestingly, caretakers will get attack up by 40%. Sewayaki is over these guys, as well as Criselda here. Interestingly, I'm not sure if I can go for Criselda or not. Now, what restricted Schea from being a useful Bolt supporter is because of this. She only has 2 tags, and Prim characters are not that necessarily going to be carrying her alongside. If you were to set her as leader skill, this one, however, yeah, that could work. Even Logi. Sewayaki Logi when. Now, blue to green, she has Bolt Blessing, single target healing bolt, HP recovery bonus, and this one is pretty unique for this one. I think it's one of the rare cases where you can use this to downgrade resistance for both physical and magical. What it does is it will increase it'll increase damage up and magical damage up by 4 to 40%. Now, a rare case where you might use this Schea on synthesizing, you'll need this if you want to. You'll need this if you want to buff up on magical or physical damage. So, any gear that utilizes damage up, I think Schea might be a good combination for synthesizing. You'll need to have her either as beginning with blue or ending with green. So, yeah. So you should be able to use Schea, although I don't recommend her using this one on using her as leader skill material. Would it be useful? I'd say it depends, because you'll need both characters to take advantage of her burst skill. So with critical damage up 50 to 150. Now, I'm a bit conflicting, because considering I already used Bolt Breaker Criselda a few minutes ago, that is pretty fine. Now for Memoria, Karanai Yujo, illustrated by In-san. Both characters will, if using both characters on this Memoria, increase HP recovery up by up to 52%. I think Lady can take advantage of this one as well as Schea. So I guess the two of them will be able to heal characters. Lady on group healing, while Schea on single target character. Actually, she can target all enemies through her skill too. Not all enemies, I mean allies, but you get the point. What? Schea doesn't have a trial battle? Damn it! Damn it! I thought Schea doesn't have. You know what? I'm confused. My god. Okay, this is one of the rare cases where a Legend Fest batter is no longer giving a trial character, especially to this! My god. Nuts. Oh wow. Okay. I mean, even though there's already a rerun of Violent Beauty Mari, that shouldn't excuse, like, Schea should have a trial battle next time. But I doubt we'll be getting it, so it'd be best if you want to check her burst skill or victory animation by getting her instead. Ugh, gosh, this is just exasperating. All three characters I've already covered all three characters in separate Legend Fest batters, by the way. Now, as much as I would like to cover an adventure story, I will, because it does not even have an epilogue to this one, so yeah. Nenkaishi Nayami this is the worrisome challenge. So, clear out your doubts featuring Phoenix and Valeria. By the way, this event is very short, December 27th to January 1. And and today is December 29. So anyway, let's check a little bit on this event story, and then I'll finally go to story chapter 19. 早速yeah, apparently okay, so 今夜の錬金術は全部取れちゃったって。すごいじゃない。あら、やるじゃない。そしたら差はついて王と魔物も落ち着くかしら。Well, ladies and gentlemen, Itinerary von Leibenweber. Fieris' rival, by the way, in Atelier. Fieris, as well as also as a supporting character in Lydian Soul. Yeah, automation. Mada no kateru desho, shibaraku. Onzaku no deru hitsuyo ga ariso desu. So apparently, yeah. と言っても、一安心よね。さあみんな、あと1頑張るよ。最後まで気を抜かないように。安心したらお腹が空いてきた。お肉と食べたい。Petey's first thoughts of clearing her mind has to be eating meat. But sadly, you missed meat day. 私も甘いも塩であるだけどちょっと。Well, good thing Excel is here. Serving food here. 俺の出番だよ。だね。とっておきの肉料理と何ですか。甘い味を。Dang it. Well, whatever he's serving. Whatever he's serving, it's time. We'll be serving up food. Rorona, dang it. Rorona's out for vacation. So, it's all up to him to cook something for his guests at the Hoshino Mayo. ここで気を抜いたら、後が辛くなるでしょう。ゴールはやることがやってから。Well, unfortunately, yeah. いいよはない。あんたたちのno. Dang it. I got a sword. It's in my entry dictionary. I'm going to review that next year. I'm just having a break. I'm just more or less having a break from learning Japanese this month. So anyway, yeah. Alright, so worries, senbu mamono butsukete sukkiri shinasai. Oi! He already pulled us his frying pan! Ore no kono furiageta fry pan wa dosuri da yo. あんたの料理を作りたい地域それを悩みパンって舞うもの振り白しでおきなさいよパンすみませんミルクCornelia wants to milk otherwise she wouldn't grow. So what about your doubts, your worries? Okay. Oh, hello, Mew. She also brought in a basket of Mew. She also brought in a basket of I forgot. Bunny. No, I forgot. What was those sea urchins there? I forgot the terminology. No, Naomi. Sim. Alright, let's all clear our doubts. Well, no, I forgot. Dang it. I freaking forgot this one. I thought it... I... Thank you. Bon. Oh. Earthly desires. Apparently... Because Emma... I could have sworn that it sounded familiar to Emma's Italian word saying bono. Bono, earthly. Yeah. So, all of your desires. Put all of your desires by sweeping out all of the sweeping out monsters. Mamono ni Butsuke Yoparai Nasai. And that's all for this event story. Oh, okay. Yep. There, yeah. Long story short, I cleared all of this battle, by the way. Thanks QXP for the assistance on this event story. And there are like over 180 battles, varying with a lot of varying rewards. I don't think you'll be able to get lodestar gems, but you can collect various materials as shown in the illustration. But hey, at least you get this one. You'll get this one, the Seeds of Hope, Kibo no Tane. You'll need this to increase your character's limit increase. And remember, you cannot back down once you use this. You cannot back down the limit cap upgrade once you use this, so do take note of that. Also, there's Roman's Grand Tournament currently ongoing 7 days later, and I'm too lazy to do this. I'm sorry, Roman. Anyway, I already got my just rewards, and finally, let's go for story chapter. Anyway, you know what? It's already 4:29. I'm already 1 hour. I'm already 1 hour, and I forgot to. I'm already like 1 hour into the stream, and I forgot to check in some notes. Now, you can use Legend Fest medals on no medals Wish 10 tickets, but I wouldn't recommend it, especially that costs either you want these, the lodestar gems, or the Legend Fest medals. I'd say what's more wasteful is using your Legend Fest medals on Wish 10 tickets. So this is not recommended. Why? Because using lodestar gems, that is an equivalent to 5 Legend Fest medals. This one, if you're gonna use this on 5 Legend Fest medals, guess what? You're wasting 7,500 lodestar gems just to use this on no medal gacha ticket sets. So be careful if you're going to use Legend Fest medals, especially if your luck is uncertain. Now there's also 100 of these, the wishing stars. That's all I can interpret. This is actually on a new tab called this one, the Hoshiki, the Wishing Stones. There's a round wishing star and a flower wishing stone. Now, the difference here is that you need separate materials to use the wishing stones. The round wishing stones, if you have 100 each, you can use this to summon a Memoria or a character. Now, in this case, there are no one star or R-rate characters, so you can use this if you want to get a guaranteed lock on SR or above. Do not SR because most of the new character inclusions are just double SR or 3-star characters. Now this goes for an equivalent of about 30%. 30% for either 3-star or double SR. The current lineup right now is up to Raiza and Judy. This is back in chapter 17 extended story. This one is back in chapter 18 extension story after we find out, oh, Valeria has turned to the dark side kind of moment. And as for the current Memoria, not here. As for the current Memoria, it's up to this one. Futari wa Mainuki. Now, the same goes for this one, the Flower Wishing Stone. However, this is higher because it's 60% chance to either get 3-star character or double SR Memoria. So, the only difference is that the rate up. So, you get more chances to get 3 stars here than the round wishing stone here. The ones that they're giving right now are through the New Year's countdown login bonus is this one, the round pieces. I think you can get that a few times before you get another set of rewards for logging in, that is. So yeah, I already took advantage of the New Year's gacha, so let's go for the story recollection. How many do I have? 61! Okay, never mind. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if I ran out of battery before the stream ends. Or before the story is over.
いつのことだったかしら?
Yurosareta mono. Or was that chapter 18? Chapter 18 has this, the extension story. Yep, that's the one. There, Yurosareta mono. Forgivable things. Now, this one takes place after Valeria has been reprogrammed to be controlled by Criselda. We did saw that at the Badlands terrain. And we also get to see an additional story where Criselda had to take care of Heidi, Liza, and Judy. And then the return of Rorona and Mari. Nice. So anyway, Anatoki Mitamono. Oh yeah, I forgot. Autoplay all the way until the end of the chapter. I forgot to preload it. Fortunately, it's not that expensive. It's not that long to preload voices. So here's chapter 19. Yep, she has turned to the dark side. Well, we attacked Valeria because, unfortunately, Valeria turned against us. I understand that the Luklook province looks more Badlands than ever. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the map anymore because they removed the dungeons feature. So we did capture. We barely captured Aju, but Criselda rescued her at the last minute, and we were surprised that Valeria has been reprogrammed to attack us instead. We were so close to completing the request with the villager in Luklook province. Yeah. Yeah, Valeria had us shocked. As much as Resna is surprised, even the others are already surprised. So Floke is the last one to know what happened to Valeria after being reprogrammed to side with Criselda. And hello, Koga. How's the Christmas party with Karen? It's post-Christmas party, before the New Year's. Of course, Criselda did tease whose friend that Heidi was trying to find out. And it turns out to be her eyeball, Valeria. Now I did get both Heidi and Floke, regular variants by the way, on this chapter when they first appear. Although I'm already running out of luck for upcoming characters like Criselda or Schea.
あいつがクリセルダに組みするとは思えねえ。俺たちと戦うってことだぞ。自分の意志でそんな道を選ぶわけがねえんだ。
If you're to encounter Valeria, you have to try. I have no idea, but I guess try to knock Valeria out of it is not gonna help. But Lara was fortunate enough to don't know what
じゃあ
what's
バレリアが自分からあいつに従
Criselda's
ってる
next
っていうわけ
route will be going after the events of
おい
Story Chapter
ハイデ
17.
ィ喧嘩してる場合じゃねえだろ。
ごめん突っかかるつもりじゃ構いませんわ。それだけあの方のことを大切に思っているということですもの。バレリア何があったの。
ま、そいつはもう一度会って確かめるしかねえだろ。
Alright,
相棒が極夜の錬金塔のところにいるのが分か
a
ったんだ。
small TV.
取り返しに行こう。
Alright.
奴らの拠点に殴り込みだな。
For Team Valeria, acting leader this time will be going to Heidi. So, one team will search for Valeria while Team Resna will go for business as usual. Yeah, to complete some requests. At least Heidi and Floke are ready to find the
こ
reality
れまで
of
はどうにか渡り
reprogrammed
の道を
Valeria.
探りたいと思っていました。レスナちゃんでもあの腎臓長寿の事件やバレリアのこと、私はクリセルダさんがやったことを許せない。
Of course, I
極夜
mean,
の錬
because
金とは
Valeria has been kidnapped, you
Criselda
wouldn't
さんとは
forgive
きっちり決着をつけ
Criselda
ます。
just yet.
そしてバレリアを取り返しましょう。
So, I guess the new mission right now is to find Criselda and bring back Valeria. Well, fortunately, I guess we know where to find her.
研究の進行状況はどう？
What do you think they could?
順調です。
What's the status report?
まあ、このまま
of your
邪魔
research?
が入らなければより素晴らしいのですがね。
このところ周囲が騒がしいものね。さてと、どうしたものかしらね、バレリア。
I wonder.
ぶっ飛ばせばいい？
Mind if I jump?
ねえクリセルダ、
About that Criselda. I mean, Aju
周囲が
talking about.
騒がしいってあいつらのことまた何かする気なのかしら。
大丈夫よ、アンチュ。
Oh, don't worry
今度は怖
about
い
it.
目には合わせないから。
Whatever you see
あいつら
scary,
のこと
don't worry, I'll take care
許
of
せな
that.
いの。私の居場所を無遠慮に荒らしてばかりなんだもの。
そうですね。連中は大森林を抜け、ここに
Oh,
攻めよ
yeah,
うとしているようですが。
Oh yeah,
いい加減
polar
研究に
alchemists
邪
are
魔が
actually
入
hiding
る
under
分際
this
です。
this province,
この
right
辺でしっかりと決着をつけ
right after the shallow water marsh.
この間の借りも返さなきゃ。
連中を打ち倒した暁には異世界の錬金術についてよりじっくりと聞いてみたいです。
Urasekai, the otherworld.
研究
Oh yeah, the
ばか
Wanderers.
決着をつけるためにも、私の
I
研究
I
を完
bet
成させ
Walter
る。
might have something
あれはもう、
to so that
あと
the
締めの
Wanderers
調合だけ
will
だ
get
から。
distracted while the main
頼もしい仲間も増え
main
たことだし
Lantarna characters
仕上げといきましょう。
will be focused instead.
素材を調達してくるわね。アンチュ、大丈夫？
構わず行ってきて。
Well, I guess they have enough time to research about this area's resources.
クリセルダが用意してるものは必ず必要になるわ。
アンチュの言う通りね。できるだけ急いで戻ってくるから、お留守番よろしく。
任せて。こっちからも仕
Well,
掛け
whatever
て。
ingredients
か
Arthur
き
have,
回してや
she
るから
can gather up at any
Valeria.
time soon.
あなたは残ってワルターたちの言うことを聞いてちょうだいね。
Huh? That leads to Valeria
わかったわ。
and Walter to
あとは
listen to her to her plans.
今後に備えて一つ取り決めをしておきましょうか。
Oh, a contingency plan. I'm thinking of an idea in case if we were to split up because Resna and the others have captured any of you guys. Tatakao Ryu. Dang, the graphics on Riza's clothes. Oh yeah! Rorona's leggings, however, look at this! It's differently designed! I mean, asymmetrical design aside. I can see why Rorona is so cute for a bunny! Lofty your body
ライザさん
downwards.
最近ちょっとお疲れ気味ですよね。
分かっちゃう？なんかここしばらく極夜の錬金塔との戦いが続いてて気疲れしちゃってるのかも。
Of course, as time progresses on, that time where Judy and Riza had to counter Polar Knight alchemists, I mean, it was
ちょ
tiring.
っとわかります。私も
Like usually they're just gathering ingredients or materials for
初めてなので、
gathering ingredients for synthesizing items. Now they'll have to deal with battles.
それはちょっと
Not the
思い
usual
ましたけ
thing
ど、
that Rorona would encounter, unless if you were to go for Tantra's route in Atelier
大
Rorona.
好きだから、あの場所がなくなっちゃったら嫌だなって。だから最後まで戦うって決めたんです。
Oh,
そっか。私も同じ気持ち。
oh yeah, I will have to check out the
ため
XP
息つい
stream.
てばっかりいられないね。
Now that I've already have enough,
みんなで
that
頑
is
張り
already
ましょう。
spared on for Resna. Yeah. Ooh. Heavy armor knights and wolves. Well,
こ
marsh
んな魔
wolves.
物、
No! Don't take this buddy! Rorona away!
初めて見た。というかこれ、あの時カフェに現れた奴らじゃない？
それって極夜の錬金塔の
Maybe.
ライザさん、大丈夫ですか？
Haha, there they are! Twilight Fairy Aisha
話はそれからだよ。
Whitefire Sophie. Now there should be a story battle if you were to clear this one.
ソフィーちゃんとアーシャさんが来てくれてよかった。
For Wanderers.
今の魔物
For
って
Wanderers are no
極夜の
match
錬
for
金塔の
trash
仕業だよね。
mobs. Remember this, Criselda.
この間みたいに
Only actual warriors and alchemists can beat Wanderers.
みんなは大丈夫かな？
Of course, I wouldn't be giving any ideas about it. Well, that's nice advertising the Nijigasaki goods.
イ
The
ズナちゃん、そっちに
finale
行ったよ。
chapter 1.
任せて。
Not the wolves!
ヨハナちゃん、後ろ。言われなくても分かってる。天才なのよ。
Of course, I know where the enemies are coming from. Because I'm a genius! Also, don't get in my way.
この魔物たち、また極夜の錬金塔が動き出したんだ。
Yeah.
今ので最後みたいね。はい、終わり。びっくりした。突然わーって襲ってきたもんね。
Nice one for Joanna to just say,
極夜の錬金
"Oh,
塔の仕業か
Wally."
な。今ので最後みたいね。はい、終わり。
Imagine Gentle Donna would say this in Uma Musume. Really childish.
今ので最後みたいね。はい、終わり。多分そうだと思う。でも
Oh,
そ
Gentle.
ちらは何事もなかっ
Looks
た。
like Team Lara Kingdom is back.
そちらはって何かあったんですか？
Well, good thing Gerald and Lara are good enough to go for another round of commissions.
私たちもです。この辺りに住んでいる魔物とは違うみたいで、やっぱり極夜の錬金塔の
アンチが動いているのかもしれない。なんとなくな。
すると他にも被害が出ているかもしれませんわね。
一度アトリエに帰りましょう。ユーディット先輩も魔物の襲撃にあったんですか？
Yep.
採取してたら
Apparently
何の気配もなく
Judy was
いき
already
なり
ambushed
現
by
れたから
enemies.
びっくりしたわ。
What's funny is that Judy still has the comedic
あの
aspect
辺りでは
in
見かけない魔物だったよう
comedic
な。
aspects back in the story chapter.
やっぱり他のみんなのところにも来てたんだ。
え、なになに？
どういうこと？またあいつらが何かしたの？
Again, Judy's armor says, ooh la la, midriff amazingly designed.
しぶといやつらね。
しぶといやつら
潰したばかりなのに。
Ah, gosh.
前回ほどの規模ではなさそうね。今は極夜の錬金塔の拠点である大森林に騎士たちが踏み込んでいる。
大森林 The deep dark
今なら王
woods.
都周辺が手
That's
薄だ
their
ということに気
next
づき
base of operations,
騒ぎを起
according
こ
to
そうとした
Lara.
のだろうな。
Whatever they're doing, they're
まあ
likely
あの
researching
程度の魔物
the
では
whereabouts
騒ぎにもなりませんでしたよね。
of constructing artificial materials.
あんなの何匹来たって私の敵じゃないわ。洞窟の剣といい、今回といい、錬金塔って卑怯な手ばかり使うのね。
一応他の異邦人たちの状況も確認しているけれど、特に大きな被害は出ていないみたい。
Well, I guess Marion will be set aside for the next mission that Resna will be going in. Well, next mission or request. Sandwich between Joanna and Isabella.
レスナちゃんたち
Nice.
の方でも魔物の襲撃があったんだね。
はい、おそらく私たちを狙って一斉に魔物を送り込んだんだと思います。
錬金塔との戦いに必要な素材は用意できてるけど、これからどうするの？
I
魔
wonder.
物を送り込んできた錬金塔の動きは気になりますが、当初の予定通
I
り
mean,
ユナさんたちに連絡を取って最後
oh,
の拠点があるノルト州
she
に
was
向かおうと
reflecting
思います。
on. She was reflecting on selected travelers that did clear out, clear along the way
それでいいですか？異論はありませんわ。
on previous requests.
私も賛成。黙ってやられてるわけにはいかないよ。またあの大きな魔物と戦うことになるのかな。
腎臓長寿まだ残っているんでしょうか？
物を壊すためだけに生み出されたんだよね。腎臓長寿って。
Oh yeah.
マルローネさんとも話してたんだけど。
That time Rodona and Maddie were trying to investigate the artificial epilepsy back in story chapter 17, extension story. I mean, that weakness was already expected because it was incomplete according to Walter. However, the next time they meet, I don't think the artificial epilepsy that Walter will use is going to be have the same
ユナさん
weakness.
が一度報告に戻ってくるって。
Oh,
ユナさんがもしかしてノルト州の拠点のことで？
yes, about the doll.
レスナも一緒に来たよ。
Ah, okay. Yes, we're going to Norto province to find Valeria as well.
ついに奴らの拠
Valeria's
点を見つけたんだな。
whereabouts.
はい。残念ながら負傷者も出てしまいました。
もしかして戦闘になったんですか？
直接交戦したわけではない。ただ拠点の周囲に罠が多数仕掛けられていたな。逐次対処を進めているが、数も種類も多くて苦労している。
おそらくワルターが研究と称して作ったものですわね。私も詳細は把握していませんが。
ってことは罠はまだ全部片付いてないんだね。
ああ、フィリスをはじめ錬金術師たちが騎士団と協力して調査を続けている状況だ。
I see.
フィリス先輩が
Looks like
妥当な
Phoenix
策ですわね。
looks like Phoenix already
錬金術師が作ったものですから。
already have a lead up to
対
the
処に当たるのは
investigation.
錬金術師が適任ですよ。それならばこの先は私たちが引き継ぎたいと思います。どうでしょうか？
いいのか？
むしろやらせてください。
Yeah, that's it.
拠
They're
点
gonna
には
say.
バレリアもいるだろうしね。
Looks like
分かった。
looks like Resna will be needing a lot of help to find Resna because even though Resna and the others have a search party of two teams finding Valeria, one of them will be continuing on request while the other has to find Valeria, like switch back and forth. Each will be
我
have
々は拠
dedicated
点の周囲
plot
で
points.
いつでも動けるように待機しておこう。
So Roman will be
ユナ、
initiating a
現地に戻
search
り
party
作戦を伝えてくれ。
search party requests. If anyone has found Valeria, report it to Roman. Alright.
それじゃあ私たちも出発の準備をしましょうか。
Well, as for our departure, might as well prepare
ああ、そう
for
だ。
next departure
その前
to
にも
the
う一ついいか
swamp
な。
fighting.
同志、
なんでしょう同志。
Doshi!
人造鳥獣の一件以来、
Doshi!
国民の錬金
Roman
術に
and
対する見方
Roman
が
and
厳しくなっ
Resna.
ている。ということは話したね。
はい。
その一方で、レスナたちがいい結果を残しているのも事実。錬金
Okay.
術の重要性を王国は認めて、錬金尺の爵位を復活させることになった。
Renkichu Shaku?
これはかつてランターナ王国に存在した爵位なんだ。
Shakui.
歴史の本で見たことがあります。
簡単に言えば、王国が錬金術に関する政策を行う際の責任者のようなものだね。これからはその錬金尺が
What
レ
was
ス
the
ナたちの
Shaku
動
that
向を
Roman
監視
is
する。
referring to?
うひゃー、
Dang
息
it.
が詰まりそうだね。
ものは考えようさ。監視ってことは
The
常
dialogue
に見て
went
く
a
れてい
bit
るわけだ
fast.
から
I
ね。
had to I had to check on the log button. So, Renkijutsu no Shaku.
錬金尺。
Shaku.
歴史の本で見たことがあります。
Oh. Shaku. Dang it! Why can't I not search that on Google Translate? Shaku. This is a different kanji. Shaku? Ah, okay. Right, where is the other E kanji? Okay. Okay. Alright, I already got it. So, Shakui. Ah, okay, so ranking Shakui, alchemy ranks, apparently.
そっか、その錬金尺の方に錬金術の良さを見せることができれば。
目標だった王国からの支援を勝ち取れるっていうことさ。
はっはー、なるほどね。ローマンもうまいこと考えたな。
私はあくまで民のことを第一に考えているだけだよ。
Alright,
錬
so...
金術の扱いについて、今王国で天秤が揺れているのなら、錬金尺様に認めていただけるよう精進いたします。
ああ、ただ受爵した人物が優秀だけどなかなか難しい人間でね。まあおいおい紹介するよ。
はい。
なるほど。拠点の内部はこのような構造になっているのか。
Okay, I'm back.
なるほど。拠点の内部はこのような構造になっているのか。
記憶を頼りに書き起こしたものなので、正確性は保証できませんけれど。
Narrow search of operations. I mean, where would Valeria be? Or the Horror Night
たく
Alchemist?
さんありますね。クリセルダさんたちがいるとしたらどこでしょう。拠点内でも特に重要な場所が2カ所あります。そのどちらかにいる可能性は高そうですわね。
重要というと？
一つは素材の貯蔵庫ですわ。極夜の錬金塔が集めた素材はそこに集められ共有されていましたの。
どういうといと。So, Kyoten. Alright, so Kyoten is location. Where could the location of the Polar Night Alchemist are after the event of the artificial Epexi incident? Well, there are two places that Roman and Lara might have pinpointed them.
そしてもう一つは実際に調合を行うための工房、すなわち 極夜の錬金塔のアトリエですわ。
アトリエがこの場所に。
Yes, I think there's another atelier that is different from
二手に分
Resna's.
かれて捜索するのはどうだろう。
古城の時と同じですね。いいと思います。
じゃああの時と同じように片方
think
は
there
レスナ班
is.
ってことで。
はい、頑張ります。
それならもう片方はバレリア班と行きたいところだったけどね。
そうですね。じゃあもう片方の班長はハイディさんにお願いできますか？
So there will be
そんな
two.
重要な役でき
So
るか
at
な。
least two tasks can be
も
split
ち
in
ろんです。
split to two
ハイディ
teams.
さんはいつも
While-
バレリアを隣で
While
支えてい
Resna
ました
will
し。
will continue on your quest,
相
Heidi
棒がいない
will
分
be forming
きっ
a
ちり頑張れよ。
will be leading a team to find Valeria. Well, at least dedicated to finding Valeria. There's at least one place that
あんな役は私
Roman or Lara might
錬
have
金術師としてもお
found
役
an
に立つ
idea
はず
on
ですわ。
where the Polar Knight
あん
are.
たがついてくれるなら心強いよ。
レスナ、
Heidi's leadership
あなた
will
の案
be
内役は
will be
ゼロにやっ
demonstrated
ても
in
らう
this
ことにしますわ。
story chapter.
ありがとうございます。ジェロンさんも加わればまさに盤石の体制です。では私たちはアトリエの方を目指します。ハイディさんたちは貯蔵庫の方をお願いします。
了解。任せといて。
作戦は決まったね。みんなよろしく頼んだよ。それとライザ、ロロナ、ちょっといいかい？
Looks like the strategy is in place
向
according
こ
to
うもど
Roman.
う動いてくるかわからない。前と同じようにこの場所が狙われる可能性もある。
分かってます。ここ
Right.
は
There
私たち
are
も守りますか
locations
ら。
where Rorona and Liza
留守
might
番
be
を
able
任せて
to
ください。
might be able to
ロ
pinpoint
ロナ先輩、よろしくお願いします。
pinpoint any whereabouts of the Polar Knight
任されたよ。
outposts, even though like one
繰り
by
返す
one
が
for each
極夜の錬金塔
each
最後の拠点
member.
だ。みんな力を尽くそうじゃないか。
We shall find the last location of the Polar Knight
私たちは
alchemist.
出発の準備にかかります。
It is likely like the final departure to find the last location of the Polar Knight alchemist.
気を引き締めていこうね、レスナちゃん。あ、ジェロンには無茶しないように言わないとね。心強いよ、イザナちゃん。
Maybe.
あれ、
I don't think
先
I
輩
think
方。
Jeron
なんだか
I think
難しそう
Jeron
です
is
ね。
is still like not ready to go.
騎士さんたちが何人も怪我して戻ってきたから大急ぎで治療のための薬作りをしてるの。
なるほど。できればお手伝いしたいところだったのですが。
話は聞いてるよ。レスナさんたちはこれから錬金塔の拠点を目指すんだよね。
こっちは私たちに任せておいて。みんな怪我しないように頑張ってね。任せて。レスナちゃんには私もついてるから。そっか。アトリエのことも心配しないで。
Don't worry about the atelier because we'll be protecting your atelier while you're gone. So, I think Aisha and Judy will be guarding the atelier while Resna and Isana are gone. The thing is, if the Polar Knight alchemists were to find the actual location of this atelier, they're just gonna grieve it anyway.
これ以上あいつらに貸しは作らせないから。とても心強いです。先輩方、私たち頑張ってきますね。
どうやら揃っているようだな。
Hold on.
やあ、
え
みんな。
Who are you?
あれ、ロマンさんとそちらは。
First time Resna,
君
my
が
friend
レ
is
スナ
this
シュテ
guy.
ルゲンリヒトだな。
はい、そうですが、あなたは。
私はブラッドリー・カーン。この度錬金爵の爵位を授かったものだ。
Alright, so here's the new character, Broadly Khan.
私とは
Not to be confused with
幼馴染のような感じだよ。
Olivier. Not to be confused with Roman's older brother.
錬金尺として君のことを知ら
He is the high
また
he's
リ
the
ヒャ
high
ルトからも
rank of
君のことを
the
よく聞いている
alchemists.
よろしくお願いする
ブラッド、今は急いでいるんだ。
Fortunately, Bradley has the expertise of an alchemist. Well, that was under the
言われなくとも
that
そう
was
さ
under
せ
the
てもらう
royalty of
改めて
Richard.
錬金術師レスナ長寿ウェルテックス討伐への貢献に加え果実の王都襲撃事件での活躍
Oh, okay.
それ以外にも
So I guess
大
Bradley
陸各地で錬金術を用い
admired
問題解決に取り組んでいるようだ
Resna's actions to
私は
take
君の
down
功
the
績を高く評価している
Valtex, the Apexi, as well as the artificial Apexi.
強烈至極に存じます錬金尺様。
ブラッドでよいしかし昨今の情勢を踏まえるとこちらも厳しい目で見ざるを得ない
Renkijutsu Saku.
はいそれは承知しています。
特に極夜の錬金党に所属していた危険人物の登用は細心の注意を払うべきだ
Renkin
それ
Shaku.
はララさん
Oh,
とチェロンさんのことですか？
その件は今蒸し返さなくてもいいだ
Bro,
ろう。
please, Resna has another alchemist
彼は
that,
頑固なところがあってね。
that is already up in the high ranks
何
than
を言っ
her.
ているまさに彼らを伴って錬金党の拠点に赴こうとしているのだろう
はい案内役をお願いしていますが。
Alright.
このリヒャルトとは違い錬金尺として彼らをすぐに信用することはできないそこで私もこたびの作戦に同行する
So I guess Brad is more on the serious side when it comes to
錬
researching
金尺
in
様自ら
alchemy.
ですか？でもお二人は信頼できる仲間ですよ。
君の考えは尊重する
Maybe. There's an event story about
ガチの
Bradley
組
and
織の元構成員とあって
Magda,
は
but I did
こちらも
record the
慎重
event
にな
story,
らざ
but
るを得ない
I'm doing
私のような
to
立場
do
の者
that
も必要
retrospect
だというこ
recording.
とだそう理解してくれ
わかりました。よろしくお願いします、ブラッドさん。
Do a free again clearing.
皆さんこちらは準備ができました。
Alright, everything's prepared.
こっちも終わったぜいつでも行けるぞ
ではここにララキングダム影部隊の創設を宣言いたします。目的はバレリアの救出。
指揮は一応私だよね。
あら、
Lara barges in just so that she can flex about her
些細じゃねえ
kingdom.
よ勝手にお前の王国部隊に組み込むな敵同士だった相手と随分親しくなっているのだな
Well, my friends and now as an enemy.
なんだお前は錬金尺のブラッドリーだ今回の作戦に同行させてもらうことになった
国のお偉いさんがどうして？
錬金尺として極夜の錬金党は放置できんからなもちろん元錬金党の者も含めて
I
私
see.
はリヒャルトのように甘くはない
Oh,
あら、
Well
ご挨
then.
拶ですこと。
this is quite conflicting.
ちょい待ち。喧嘩はやめてくださいよ。
This is a bit conflicting because Roman did
こちら
not
は争うつもりはない
Roman did not introduce
余
Bradley
計な気を起こせぬよう
about
忠告してい
Kingdom
るだけ
Lara,
だ
which is Lara and Jeron.
ご安心な
So
さい
he
な。
thought Bradley
大
thought
行な監視などなくても
Lara is his
そんな
enemy.
つもりは
That's why
初
he
めから
said
ありません
Tekidoshi at the start of his encounter with Heidi and Lara.
皆さん仲良くしましょうね。
そうだぜたく天使ちゃんに気使わせてん
Oh
じゃねえよ
sheesh.
ああ、先が思いや
So
ら
I
れる。
guess that's why there's a sour connection. Watch out!
今度は何？
このマクダ様も一緒に行くぜ。
Oh, Magdalena, no problema.
この方はどなたですの？
Alright.
ああ、
私と相棒が月影の会にいた頃の同僚だよ。
Ah,
喧
okay.
嘩や幕だって名の通った凄腕なんだ。
Alright, so apparently someone's gonna need my phone. Another intermission. Sorry, guys. But at least we get to see Bradley. Bradley's not as easygoing. Bakunai. So he's not going to be he's not going to be laying off that easy when he's interacting with Lara. And once we did see Bagda, how did she even smash? Anyway, off to another intermission. I'm sorry, I don't have accompanying background music to get you guys a refresher. Tawag ni Jess, Sorry for the 10-minute aisle. Doink. Anyway. Well then. So, Magda is Bradley's other... Magda is Bradley's partner, according to the event story, and she was a former member of the Moonlight Society. Oh my gosh. Sorry for the overdue intervention. So Magda Kupka? Okay, now it does make sense.
そうなんだよ。オリバーに仕事を頼まれてさ、長いこと北に行ってて、ボートを離れてたんだ。
Oh, she's the one to call in case Oliver is busy. I mean, Oliver is currently sick.
この先どうするって時に、ブラッドからバレリアのことを聞いてな。
あんた、年金爵様と知り合いなの？
Of course.
一応な。
Well, a bit.
少し縁があった。
I mean, he has no choice when he first met her. I mean, it's more or less salty couple-like pair. Why did I say this? Because my god, Magda's first skill is, ooh la la. I think I might have looked others.
フロッケは相変わらずいい子だ。
Ah, you're the same for Floke. At least Floke now has 2 playable units. As for Osan here, well, Magda did encounter Osan before. She's currently on... I mean, he's currently on sober. Now he's the better father figure.
どうやら悪い人ではなさそうですわね。
その点は同意しておこう。言動は粗暴だがな。
Well, might as well we can enlist these. Oh yeah, Jeron and Lara split up this time. I thought the two of them are usually together. Well, at least Resna is now partnered up with a fast-cutting assassin and a beast lord, the beastly fencer, and one lightning smashing beastier girl. Keep walking. Well, we're almost there to Noto province. You're kidding me, it's just a forest clearing. I'm just joking. And now, onward to the forest clearing. Ui, Kinamori. The mysterious forest. What? That doesn't look like a forest. I mean, don't be confused, Joanna. Not this one. Izuna growling. Izuna acting like a cat, Neko Beast girl because she has ears.
錬金術師の皆さん、この奥に極夜の錬金塔の拠点があります。入り口付近の安全は確保しておりますが、何が起こるかわかりません。お気をつけて。
ここまでのご案内ありがとうございました。イザナちゃん、ヨハナちゃん、ジェロンさん、行ってみましょう。
Alright, onward to exploring the dark swamp. Well, North Swamp. Ooh. This is beautiful. Although some parts have been partially flooded. This should be the recent whereabouts of the polar alchemists. Lovely Haruka! Lovely Haruka!
ベルテックス討伐戦では
I miss you, Phoenix. I mean, also Sophie, Lady, and Sewell.
手強い相手みたいだけど私たちならきっと大丈夫。今回は頼もしい人たちも一緒だしね。
Finally. Oh, there's Sophie and Flacta!
ソフィー先輩
Finally, Flacta is finally introduced herself like in full direct appearance. Unlike the last time that we did encounter in the extension story of story chapter 15.
それは心強いです。
Remember, Flacta did help Aisha and the others while Sophie was unconscious because the exhaustion from battle.
入り口に仕掛けられていた罠は全部解除できたと思う。
The big difference between using the monitor itself and using it on a portable monitor is that it's fortunate that even if it's at 1080p, width-wise, it looks like as if I'm watching on a native resolution screen.
レスナちゃん、そういえば
Now, by the time we did reach the Dorto Swamp, there's supposed to be a dungeon exploration part, but the game has since removed that as of version 1.9, so dungeons no more, all score battles.
いても立ってもいられないよ。お気遣いありがとうございます。でも迷ってはいられませんから。必ず極夜の錬金塔からバレリアを連れ戻します。そのためにここに来たんです。
よし、その意気だよ。レスナちゃん、前に会った時よりぐっと頼もしくなった気がするな。
そうでしょうか。
What you did about? Resna-chan, whiny, really. Oh yeah. I mean, they're supposed to be aware about missing Valeria, so that's why she visited this Noto swamp.
私もそう思う。鳥獣と戦った時も十分頼もしかったけどね。さらに一回り成長した感じ。
Well, time for another round of Phoenix adventuring in the Noto swamp with Resna and Sophie.
いろんなものを見て、知って。
I mean, there's a lot for Resna to explain about her progress to Phoenix. Considering Phoenix is a traveling alchemist.
外も見てみたいなって思っているんです。
その気持ち、私もわかるよ。私も世界を知れば知るほどに旅が好きになったから。ねえ、レスナちゃん。レスナちゃんさえ良ければ今度一緒にどこかへ旅しようよ。
Of course.
いいんですか?
Resna would love to travel with you,
その
Phoenix
時は
anytime.
イザナちゃんやバレリアさんも一緒にね。はい。
そういえばクラフタ先輩はソフィー先輩のお師匠様なんですよね。
ええ、一応は。と言っても今のソフィーは錬金術師としては私よりも優秀かもしれませんが。
Oh yeah, Flacta's voice actress is the same as Mimi.
も出ないのかな。
Oh, come on.
お世辞ではありませんよ。今は前ほど教えることもなくなりましたので、師弟関係という感じではなくなりましたね。
じゃあ今はどんな関係なの？
そうですね。
And XP has finished his stream, all while I'm already having too many intermissions.
師弟で友達で。
師弟で友達で家族 Master, family, friends. Steaky na kaso. One big family. Of course.
でも
Even Sophie is still dere about Flacta complimenting about their kin to Resna.
それはそのはずです。
I'm likely going to watch Key of Like Claire's video. After this one, I will start. I'll have to continue the story chapter coverage.
作り物なのです。そしてこの中に人としての魂が宿っています。
そんなことが
Oh yeah, Sasakoi will continue broadcasting the last 2
同
episodes.
じようなことなんでしょうか。
いいえ、彼女とは少し違います。私は元は生身の人間でした。ですが、過去にあった出来事がきっかけで魂だけが肉体を離れ、一冊の本に宿ってしまったのです。
How's the Valo to the rats,
閉じ込められちゃったんですか？動けなくて大変そう。
Aww.
いいえ、
I guess Blackdog does have a backstory that I will have to check on Atelier Sophie 1 or 2. Blackdog's moving her arms, yo!
最初に見た時はびっくりしたんだから。すぐ見慣れちゃったけど。
その後、ソフィーや周囲の方々の協力もあり、この体に魂を移すことができました。
そうだったんですね。人の魂を移し替えちゃうなんて。
Of course.
さすがソフィー先輩。
Flacta already died before the events of Atelier Sophie 1 or 2. It's just that her soul has been transferred over to a vessel, whether it be as a human doll or as a book.
やっぱりお二人の関係素敵です。プラフター、そっちに行ったよ。
Of course, there's incoming enemies during your dungeon exploration.
その大きな腕、一体どういう仕組みで動いてるの？
What kind of big heart? That's nice big arms. How did you summon this? Well, that's a specialty for Blackstaff.
使いこなすの大変そうだよね。
いえ、私の意志に応じて動くようになっていますので、案外直感的で扱いやすいですよ。
Ah, okay.
錬金術ってすごいんだね。私にもこんな武器があったら、ハンマーをもう2本持てちゃうのに。
そんなに持ってどうすんのよ。
2本で最強のハンマーが倍になったらもっと強いに決まってるよ。
あんな大きな武器を抱えてたらかえって動きづらくて戦えないでしょう。
Drops for Uma turns out is for okay. Taiwan version 2.5 anniversary. Eh? Oh, I can't redeem that in the Japanese version. Come on, side game. Let me check again on Twitch.
別につもりちょ。
Let me check.
私みたいな天才にはまだ及ばないんだから。
Well, at least for genius Joanna here. Oh! I can see now because it's in Chinese. Ah! I thought I got Twitch drops for the Japanese version of Uma Musume. That's a bit disappointing.
何かあったんですか？
ああ、説明するより自分の目で見た方が早いだろう。あれを。
Oh, it's a giant cosmic shell.
何よあの魔物。
What is this, ありもの？
攻撃してくる様子はないね。ただ道を完全に塞いじゃってるけど。
あれは防御に特化した能力を持っている。並大抵の方法では倒せないだろうな。
ゼロンさん、あの魔物を見たことがあるんですか？
いや、クリセルダから話に聞いていただけだ。いずれ極上の餌でしつけたものを錬金塔の門番として運用する。
I thought I was going to get Twitch drops for Uma Musume Japanese version.
あなたにとってもあの魔物は
Interestingly, the Japanese name for money is just money in katakana. It's actually using the Chinese counterpart. Dang it.
ちょっとよ。
I thought I was going to start linking my Twitch account to Umabusume. Jono went ahead! Eh?
何よあいつ。全然聞いてないじゃない。
Joanna couldn't even scratch a single bit from this cosmic
こ
shell.
のままじゃ通れないね。
It was a boss challenge event when we got Floke and Heidi during the chapter 19 Legend Fest matter.
フィリス先輩、それって明暗かもしれません。そうかな、思いつきで言っただけなんだけど。いいえ、素晴らしい着眼点です。
He's the Bofuri, yeah. I wonder who's the best shielder here in order to check out the Cosmic
一度
Shell.
アトリエに戻って
Or
相談
at
しましょ
least Cosmic Shell is the one doing the Bofuri moment. Well then.
たどり着いた。ララ様、今しばらくのご辛抱です。
Well, those two members are from the Lara Kingdom. Well, this is where part 1 of story chapter 19 had to stop in the
ゼロ
meantime.
さん、あのまま。
I can't believe the second image. I can't believe the second image for the second half of chapter 19. So this is where story chapter 19 part 1 had to end here. The cliffhanger where they're supposed to take out the cosmic shell. Unfortunately, fortunately I will have to check if my phone is running out of battery. 30%. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna last long. The second half is not likely going to last long, so I might as well have to take a break in the meantime. Next stream will likely be later tonight, so that I can finish story chapter 19. So, sorry for the sorry for the intermissions. Actually, sorry for the lot of intermissions. I might as well have to split this chapter into 2 parts this time. But hey, at least we get to see the first look of the 2 Lara Kingdom members. I forgot. Diona and Mike. Those 2 will be encountering later at the latter part of story chapter 19. So I'll be doing some dailies, and later tonight I'll cover story chapter 19 part 2. Well, sorry for that intermission. And it's just in time for my phone to just lower down the volume. It will be continued later tonight, so that will be next stream for that will be next Resleriana stream in the meantime, and it's already 5:43. But I did get to see a glimpse of sickly Floke. I'll have to check that one out later tonight. So anyway, I'll go for a break. In the meantime, that's going to be it for this video. That's going to be it for this live stream. Let's see. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys later tonight for the continuation of story chapter 19. Now, because of too many intermissions, I might as well have to give this phone a break in the meantime. Anyways, alright, mamayang gabi na. Goodbye. See you soon.